hello and wonderful times. This is a challenge with pretty much only archers. We are doing with high elves. Now the plan for this is pretty much first of all just recruiting all the fucking bowmen. It's gonna take ages because well, let me say the high elves don't have the biggest recruiting space. The game currently is pretty much in German, which is my fault. And my language. But it will surely change next time. So as soon as I see next time, that's the next recording. What should I say? The first thing, obviously, we research will be reloading time. There's no other choice that would make sense in this case. And obviously, we try to build up our settlements as far as we can, giving it some growth and stuff. I said pretty much recruiting for, I think, 6 rounds, because it takes ages and I didn't want to engage the enemy with less than a full army of bowmen. We are obviously taking the light armor, the bowmen, because they are better in combat. Because something that I come back to pretty much with the first fight, I would say, is the issue that we are lacking a frontline. But that's something for later we can talk about. So here pretty much I'm going for research for speed, because I thought like the next logical thing is to be able to move quickly around with these guys. And this is, by the way, already the first attack we're going for. Pretty much I feared this army. I wasn't sure if I can take it. I was like without a front line against Dark Elves. It could be hard. I looked at the map and I was like, meh, maybe, who knows. I just took it, went from it, got to take a feeling for the whole thing. And yeah, pretty much now to the theme, no front line. I was thinking, we don't have front line, so what we do, exactly, we take the bowmen and make them a front line. Now, with all the stats, that's probably a terrible choice, and everybody who think that's probably very right, but that's the only thing we can do, and trust me, it will work. Not forever, but it will work. I think it's pretty easy to say that in the early game, we can definitely say that these bowmen, despite lacking a front line, will just overwhelm an army. Even though this army has the same size as ours, we're actually doing pretty well. Now, why am I spoiling you? Well, I wouldn't upload this like if it wasn't possible, right? The map isn't perfect mainly because of the forest. So the forest obviously catches a lot of the arrows and stuff, especially for the flanking maneuvers of the enemy. Like the eye is stupid, but not stupid enough to forget flanking. Yeah. Pretty much we are moving forward a little bit to get more space. More open field pretty much, so the enemy has not a chance to like go through forest with the infantry. And the most beautiful thing about this is already the fucking walls of arrows. It's absolutely amazing. And what I can say already is moving the archers around, turning them around and letting them shoot at flanks will be the major thing with this. And what is also terrible, which is showing off right now in the numbers of arrows that are flying against us, is that I fear armies that have decent frontline and archers behind. Like, archers are absolutely decimating at this army. We later get a few buffs for our archers, that they have more resistance against arrows, but it's never enough. Like, these guys are squishy, weak, and everything. So yeah, they die to arrows very quickly. Especially they don't have shield either. So yeah, a little bit of a restriction that I gave myself is that I don't want to have more than like 3 heroes in the army. At the same time, giving me 3 heroes probably would just reduce the efficiency of an army, because I think that what we have in strength, which is pretty much showing off here as DPS. Like, we are just putting out so much damage. The army is already retreating in every place and there are so many people dead. So damage output is the most important thing. So I'm definitely gonna limit myself to 3 heroes. Yeah. Currently it's not very visible, but my plan for this is going into a lot of supportive magic. I actually don't know. I think I used it at the start. I buffed a unit with my wizard here, with this woman that can give +24/+24 to 1 unit in combat stats, and that actually makes an archer with the elf and defense bonus pretty tanky, even an archer in close combat at least, and it's pretty much working. But what we also see here is now one unit, like one front is breaking in, and that's already something I'm absolutely scared of in later battles, especially like against stronger armies. They will absolutely overrun us. For this battle, like, we lost a lot of people, but that was also an army that was, I think, even bigger than ours. Plus, we don't have any upgrades yet. Like, the enemy will get upgrades soon, but I think we can utilize them more. Yeah, and right now it's like just trying to manage every bowman that is on this field. Because at the start we like punished the army. Everybody was retreating because of damage intake they had. But the problem is like they rallied pretty much all and came back. And that's what's biting us now a lot. Oh, here's the spell. Look, I just buffed them again. And gave them a little bit of more defense stuff. I think I used Tyrion pretty badly in this fight. Will be better next time because I should put him definitely in the front line, like where all the enemy armies, close quarter armies are coming. Because he is like the only guy in this whole army that can actually fight in combat normally. So that's something I am definitely considering for the next battle. Obviously Myra is also get back into the mission, and they are actually not even terrible. With all the range they can just rally and get back in the fight quickly. And they can fight the armies that are pretty much breaking through my army, which is lovely. If you look at the numbers of all my men that are left, it's actually pretty terrible if you ask me. I can say it won't be as terrible as this fight for future battles. Yeah. I'm by the way playing on I think very hard difficulty and hard battle difficulty. Am I on very hard battle difficulty? I'm not even sure. I don't mind it too much in these cases. I would have checked next time. I couldn't even tell anymore. I'm commenting this over, by the way. Oh, and look how this guy's getting shredded by arrows. Like, he's just absolutely getting massacred by all. Look at this. Ah, it's so beautiful. Like, that's what I love about archers. Like, just all these archer arrows shooting at them. Yeah, and I tried to run after them, but little hope. They are not very fast archers, so chasing armies won't really be a thing. Probably if Tyrion once he got a horse or something, but not now. And yeah, that's the end screen. I would say it didn't feel tough. I must say, like playing it wasn't tough, but it definitely was tough. But the kill numbers are nice on the archers. Definitely, you can definitely see which one was the front line, which ones were the back lines. Yeah. We obviously, I tried a little bit of replenishment would be nice, because I lost a lot there. And yeah, my plan was pretty much to go For close combat, that's funny. I went for close combat as stats first because they also give it to the spearman, archer line, and yeah, they are already improving. They are not even as bad as not even as bad as Skaven slaves or something anymore. They actually have what some nations would call a hybrid unit stats. And here I'm currently thinking what I take. I just took the pretty much attack and defense buff for the beginning. Yeah. And I don't really have to concentrate on building a lot. Like all I have to check for is pretty much money income. Money income and probably some heroes that I want. Maybe some buildings that I need for research. That's another thing that I have to watch for. Because there are some more research things that are pretty nice. Yeah, that's the German again. It's gonna be away. Ignore it. And this is pretty much it. This will be the next fight. That's gonna be a lot easier. Little enemies. It only says Ferric victory. And I decided actually to wait with the combat, which was probably a mistake because I have arrows and I can shoot easily through over a settlement. I decided to take another lord and just recruit away for the beginning on the cheap side. Yeah, and I said I waited here and took the combat. Then they actually attacked me because they thought they can win. Funny move. And the map is decent. Not good. A lot of forest, but they have some patches that I can use. I pretty much did the same again. I decided to take the strongest units as a frontline here because I wanted them to last as long as I can, as they can. Probably as long as I can too. Mainly because they will die so quickly and rout so quickly that I pretty much need every second that I can where I just dish out damage. And yeah, that's the second battle in War Story. Yeah, we are having a lot of more numbers. Like not a lot more numbers actually. It's I think we are probably like 5 higher than them. Here I'm currently thinking a little bit around how far can I move with this arm before they can reach me, and I realized it's not very far. I have to take this place here with a little bit of trees in the way, but it totally worked. And now look at this archer, the archers shredding this cavalry unit. Like, that was only like 5 units firing and it already lost half its army. Half its army? Half its health? Yeah, and now they are actually charging in, which isn't terrible. But they, as said, I'm moving my archers a lot around here. And it's working. It's working. Just changing their direction so I can take out these flanks with the guys that are not affected by it. And they are rerouting there. Took so much damage in such a short time. They had no chance to like even think about it. Now I'm assigning a lot of archers here to protect the left side because that's where all the enemies are coming from. So I see that as a threat, and now the right flank archers are firing at the left flank archers because that's so easily possible with these guys. Like they 180 range, no problem. And thankfully the Dark Elven units, by the way, don't have... Oh, that's by the way, it's the skill here again. I'm waiting a little bit until they are in direct combat, which is probably more or less right now. And now they are pretty much just holding out for like those 20 seconds that the skill lasts, the magic lasts here. And that really helps, like, it reduces the chance of the enemy hit by... I couldn't even tell, I think it's like something like 20% or something, so they really last quite a while. Especially now with the Lord skill. For more damage and defense on the archers. And as you see, like, I'm moving always around like my archers where I see enemies approaching. I try to keep the DPS on the field. Like, if one side routes, move all the archers to the other side where they still are. And it works pretty well. This one was obviously an easier one because they didn't have the same numbers. But it also worked pretty well because they all attacked at the same spot, which is also an advantage. Like, less units, look at this, these arrows flying. Less units attacking at the same time will definitely help this cause. And decisive victory here, pretty much. 60 losses is not terrible if you think about how many got shot and how many fought in close combat. By the way, a little bit sick, but I was like, I have to record this thing. Like, I have to, I need. And yeah, another upgrades, a few upgrades. Yeah, I was thinking about what hell do I take here, and I decided to take the skill that weakens the combat of enemies. Combat skill, the melee damage of enemies. I took here the auto resolve. Was pretty neat because we already fought it in between the round. And yeah, I delete one of these buildings. I decided to take the one of the main settlement for obvious reasons, so I can take more high upgrades and more special buildings. And that's it. Now we are moving to the other side of the war story, which is here. Boom. And another terrible loss. What is what pretty much the auto resolve says. But this map is lovely. You will see what I mean for everybody who plays the High Elves a little bit more often. You will know this map. It's a lovely one for archers, like, Jesus Christ. What is funny about this map is that the enemy has horses. Two actually. If I'm not wrong. One left, one right. Yeah. And you will see in the starting sequence of the battle that these horses, like, if you place like what I'm doing right now, I'm making already the flanks. Prepping the flanks because for some reason, yeah, I still knows which archers are in the back and which are not. Probably it's hard-coded like attack the furthest back one. And I'm moving slowly ahead because the enemy doesn't move. But as soon as I'm in range, they automatically will attack. And look at the horse on the right side that is visible there. It's gonna be wonderful how it gets decimated. Like, I think it takes one volley of several units and it's pretty much gone. I'm not even sure. Let's see. If I remember it correctly, it's... Oh, look there. Okay, now it's moving. I moved them a little bit too. And there we go. See some reorganizing of the archers, and there goes the wall. Like, that's like 10 units firing at it, and it's just gone. It's just like, nope, I'm out of there. And the flag is hissed, they are running. The other horse is still moving. I think it's like coming in quite a bit later. Which is like totally fine. Like, what I learned from the battle before is here, archers are dangerous, so I assign a few of them to just shoot the archers of them. Like, I was thinking I can't concentrate all my archers on these, because like the frontline units have to die before they arrive. So I just assigned one each. And by the way, there's the other horse coming. Yeah, a few of them are fighting, like my flank covers are shooting at the horse. And it's not dying immediately, which is a little bit sad. And it was pretty much this moment I was in massive fear. Like, this looked crazy. This is, by the way, the spell that weakens the attack of the enemy. And what I didn't know is it actually decreased the attack of every unit in range of the spell, which is crazy. Like, that's super good. Will help a lot, and I decide now to pop it because everybody's in combat with me. And that pretty much just giving me time. 25 seconds where I get less damage in my quote-unquote frontline will definitely work. And by the way, you see Tyrion fighting in the front right there. That's exactly what I wanted, because he's fucking strong and he destroys everything. And also, pretty much gives a lot of time. What came in here is a flanking maneuver with spears, which is weird, but they did it, and I decided to put. Where did I put it? I think I didn't put it at backside. Actually, the front side. I didn't want it to fall apart. And I was just saying, spears against archers is probably pretty fair, because spears are trash in combat and my elven archers are pretty good in defense. Meanwhile, with level 3 Lord upgrade and elven prowess, martial prowess, whatever, they are actually pretty tough. You see that they have 37 defense, if I saw it correctly. 37, yeah, that's pretty good for defense. And I just popped the damage reduction again on the enemy. Bam, 21 attack. Like they are so weak now. The enemy, they can't do damage against my 37 defense, which is funny because they are only archers. Like obviously archers don't have any HP, no armor, no nothing. But yeah, it works perfectly. Oh, and by the way, I think I forgot to say that at the beginning, but doesn't really matter. It's tier 1 only archer challenge. I didn't want to go for the good archers. Like Sisters of Avalon or something, because you know they are doomstacks with only themselves. So I was like, that's no challenge if you can make doomstacks out of them. But yeah, these archers are working gloriously. They are shredding everything, but that's only because the enemies don't have armor, which is the main problem that we will probably face. Because these guys don't have armor piercing damage. I think it's like 3 armor piercing damage from like what, 20? So yeah, currently it's working, no problem. But the later we go, the worse it will get, surely. By the way, I was trying here to see the passive skill of this wizard is actually to slow down the whole enemy army. As I cast something, but it seems to not work in retreat. I have no idea if that's always the case, but I thought it's all the retreating units also get affected by it, but probably not. Maybe I'm completely wrong here. Yeah, but that was the last battle for this now. I hope this was a great start. That's pretty much how it's gonna be. I'm gonna pre-record things and just lay a commentary over it. I think that has a neat little something to it, especially if I have thoughts for later. Yeah, I think the idea is probably going for the long victory. So I have to get the Nagaron and Malakath and all that stuff, which will totally work. Probably the cutting will get a little bit longer, longer in the end game, so it won't be like as per now. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now, and we will see us in the next one. Bye.